Seems like you're in a bit of wifeless. The saga continues.
Alarms go off when I enter the building.
Greetings and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. For the Denver Nuggets, they come in off a good outing against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Trading blows in that one, they did win by 3.
And they tailored a fantastic, I thought, offensive game plan. And that when, I mean, they knew exactly how to exploit the holes in that defense.
And exploit them they did. I mean, they exposed them tremendously. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game that the defense really never had an answer.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Lowry out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Towns. Then it's Thompson. And it's Harris in the small forward position.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes natural to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Schroeder kicks to Butler. He dishes it to Cousins. Denver passing it around. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Cousins. Valanciunas has got his first 2 points of the night. And Thompson throws it down.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
Yeah, you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
That's good.
Even though it went down, I don't think that's the kind of look they should be settling for.
Lowry dishes to Towns. Here's Harris. At the top of the key, Towns. Here's Fournier. He's guarded by Afflalo. Towns. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Schroeder kicks to Butler. To Cousins. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one. You know, the Phoenix Suns played well overall last season, but they still couldn't match up against some of the teams in the West. Had a hard time with in-conference battles.
Schroeder passes to Afflalo. The kick outside to Butler. Good.
They're off and running. Good start here. They've knocked down 4 of their first 5.
Suns leading by 6. And for the Suns last season, Greg, they ended with a record of 21-31 against the Western Conference. It's something that you can point to, Greg, as a reason they failed to make the postseason.
Great point, Kevin. And the big problem for the Suns were the other Western playoff teams. Only went 8-22 against the top 8 in the West.
Harris dishes to Towns.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Afflalo kicks it over to Schroeder. Back to Afflalo. It's deflected. To the inside. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Now Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Afflalo outside. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Afflalo right side. That doesn't go either for Afflalo. Suns lead by 8. Outside Lowry. He kicks to Thompson. Lowry passes to Fournier. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Fournier's got his second basket of the night. Tanking is something that all teams that are out of it tend to do. I hate that word, Clark, but it seems to be the one used by a lot. Nuggets didn't really try to hide it last season either.
Well, you know, it certainly looked that way. Right around March, they just started sitting key players for no real reason. They framed it as rest, but it didn't quite look that way.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
And guys, for the Nuggets, it seemed to come out of the blue for their players. They all felt fresh, but the press release would say they needed rest. So obviously a bit of miscommunication there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Cousins. Crabbe comes in for Butler. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Aaron Afflalo. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Down low. Here's Randall. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Valanciunas dishes to Garnett. Kicks it to Crabbe. Well, Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And again, Denver no good.
And, you know, back to the Nuggets and giving up a bit near the end of the season. Miscommunications like that can really bother a player. Still, it's a viable strategy. I don't know if it's viable, but it's a strategy that could pay dividends if executed the right way.
Now, here is Martin. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Trying to get back on track. And Valanciunas kicks to Garnett. Dishes it to Crabbe. Offline with his 3. Suns lead by 12. Here's Grant. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Grant's got his first points of the night.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Crabbe. No good on the 3.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
And so here's Denver, following Kevin Martin's 3. And Roberts kicks to Garnett. And there's the 3-second violation. Phoenix has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Now here is Lawson. D right on him. Just 4 to shoot. Stoudemire. And the rejection by Valanciunas. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Phoenix by 15. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, they've gotten the 3-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. You've got Evan Fournier. Towns is up there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Lowry. And it's Harris in at the 3 slot.
And guys, as we all know, Kevin Garnett is one of the very best power forwards ever to play the game. I mean, was passed by Tim Duncan last year for total rebounds by active players. Still an amazing statistic among many for KG, a future Hall of Famer.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Butler's checked in. Here's Schroeder. The Suns getting the bucket. Now here's Cousins. He's covered closely. Butler passes to Cousins. No good.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, I mean, deterred them from those plans.
Towns dishes to Thompson. Garnett with the block. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow. Suns leading by 15. Lowry kicks to Towns. Over to the wing. Here's Fournier. He's guarded by Aflalo. Fournier passes to Thompson. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
Sounds good. And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And, you know, Denver was not that good against the West last season, but they weren't as bad as you would have thought. Managed to get 19 wins against the rest of the conference, and we know how tough the West is, so that's not shabby.
Towns sets the pick for Lowry. It's deflected and stolen by Butler. Aflalo dishes to Schroeder. Pass to Cousins. Poke loose. And Phoenix pushing it up now. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Off target with the jump hook. Well, last year for the Nuggets, they were really searching, and they finished 12th in the Western Conference. Greg, they were 30-52.
You know, not a great place to be.
No,
let's face it. I mean,
no.
Kevin, Denver never really had a shot at the postseason, but weren't good enough to land a high draft pick either.
Now here's Schroeder, following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Butler kicks to Garnett. Back to Butler. Garnett, the screen. Schroeder passes to Cousins. Cousins missing again.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Suns pick up 2. That one goes. Count it. Phoenix leading by 18. Here's Lowry. He has 5. The feed to Thompson. The 11-footer. Another one falls for Phoenix.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Denver calls timeout.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Lawson kicks to Grant. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins. The Suns have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any. No good on the second free throw.
And on the bench for the Suns is Jeff Hornacek, probably one of the tougher coaches in the league. He'll bend your ear if you make mental errors. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And a wide open look for Valanciunas. Nice form on the 20-footer. And for Coach Hornacek, Greg, he learned from one of the toughest coaches as a player. You know, several trips to the finals. And you know this guy well, Clark. Jerry Sloan was the guy that molded Jeff Hornacek.
One of the outstanding coaches in the history of the NBA, Jerry Sloan. Although Hornacek saw all that success in Utah, this is a homecoming job for him because he started his career in Phoenix.
Well, the Phoenix Suns came up short in their playoff hopes again last year. They went 17-24, Clark, on the road, and that didn't help them out.
Not at all, and you factor in a 6-game road losing streak to end the year. That pretty much closed the door on postseason for them.
Anthony Morrow's checked in for Denver. Cousins can't get it to go. And Phoenix will come the other way. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates. And guys, with the Suns last year on the road, they had the 17 wins, but only 7 of them came in conference. So a big part of why they missed the postseason. And boy, has he been struggling big time here in the quarter.
Yeah, he's played tight. I mean, you can see it. No flow at all to his game right now.
The shot by Stoudemire, no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
And Lawson with the drive. He hasn't scored, will change. Here's Cousins. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Phoenix ahead, running away with it. From the Pepsi Center and down. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports as we get set to get going once again. Hey, during the break, players getting a chance to refuel and hydrate with some Gatorade as there is more basketball in store. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
I know we've said this many times before, but What a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Caron Butler. Dennis Schroeder is out there with the foul. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Cousins in the 4-man position.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
And it's Afflalo penetrating. It's tipped. Towns with the steal. Lowry dishes to Towns. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Towns has got 8.
Yeah, that's asking a lot from that defender.
Yeah, it certainly is. I mean, he just doesn't have the size to really be effective in that kind of matchup.
The drive by Cousins. And the layup is good. Cousins has got 7 now in this quarter.
Nothing but money for him to start the half. They've made all 3 of their shot attempts.
And the Suns call time here.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
Suns leading by 18. Lowry passes to Fournier. Back to Lowry. On the wing, Harris. 5 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Outside Lowry. Here's Fournier. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Afflalo. Sees the alley-oop. And Thompson sends it back. Garnett kicks to Valanciunas. And Afflalo wide open. He shoots. Cans the shot from the wing. Afflalo's got 8 points.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far. What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Craig. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime drop right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania Club, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with his combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
Schroeder kicks to Afflalo. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 21.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Denver calls timeout.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role. Didn't let the move bother him and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Alan Crabb, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Morrow comes in for Aaron Aflalo. And then for Phoenix, Randall comes in for Thompson. And it's Jeremy Grant in for Tobias Harris. And it's Garnett penetrating. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Took the safe route there. Wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble on that one.
Nope. Up and in with one hand, the most basic finish possible.
But he still makes it look good.
No good from Grant. Alfred Thompson, he was great off the bench. You're right, Greg, for the Cavs last year. Even earned some Clark's sixth man of the year consideration votes.
And deserved it because of how he played and his impact. He actually had his best year in terms of shooting efficiency. Shot a career high 55% from the floor.
Here's Fournier. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's on Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Suns.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Garnett. He feeds it to Morrow. Just 5 on the clock. It's tipped. Shot from 12. Here's Valanciunas. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 6 rebounds here tonight. And the dunk by Grant.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul.
Oh, man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game.
The second half hasn't gone nearly as well for him. He'd only had 1 before the break in terms of turnovers, but that number's growing as this game progresses.
DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Denver. Brian Roberts comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Phoenix also making some changes. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Towns. Martin comes in for Fournier. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Denver shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
How about the night Cousins is having? He's got 14 points, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable defensive work for them.
Here's Randall. Cannot hit. And Denver the other way now. Crabb kicks to Morrow. And it's blocked. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Up the floor. No good from Lawson. The Nuggets trail by 16 to the middle. Morrow dishes to Crabb. Pass to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. The 15-footer. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Here's Harris. Morrow with the rebound. Here's Roberts. He got it up. What a play. Simply drains. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Suns lead by 12. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Tobias Harris is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then there's Martin. Then it's Lawson. And it's Stoudemire in at the center, filling out the middle. And it's Harris off the drive. And he converts the layup. Harris has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Suns.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
And Roberts kicks to Cousins. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
Cousins against Stoudemire. Valanciunas.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
And for Tobias Harris, a resurgence of sorts last season, Clark, especially from behind the arc, where he shot a career high, 36%.
You know, he'd only hit 25% from three the year before, Kevin. So, yeah, a monster improvement in accuracy. From long range.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Flalo comes in for Crabb. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Brian Roberts. Phoenix also making some changes. Towns, he's checked in for Stoudemire. Fournier comes in for Kevin Martin. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Ty Lawson. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. While they're passing to Cousins. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Cousins has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
And getting back to Harris, there's just so much to like about his game. He lives in the gym, has a tremendous feel for the game, and he knows how to maximize his production within those athletic limitations.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
You know, the thing about Harris is he's a combo forward, extremely versatile. At 6'8", he struggles with size against the better power forward, and he lacks the athleticism of the better small forward. So to get the most out of him, you have to put him in the right matchups.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Mike Malone as he addressed his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Abs check in for Aaron Aflalo. And that one's good. Cousins.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
The drive by Lowry. The dish now to Fournier. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Schroeder with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And Butler gets it to go.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shots.
And the Suns call time here. Phoenix looked to be on the verge of making it back into the playoffs last season. Ultimately, though, Greg, they faltered in the second half of the year.
Yeah, it was a three-team race. And after coming up short in 14, the Suns had the edge early. As you said, Kevin, they simply couldn't keep things going in the second half of the season.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
You know, guys, the Suns went from the 8th seed to finishing 10th in the West. I mean, it would have been a tough task for them to stay in the race, particularly after all the trades. I mean, their team was in transition.
And when you shake up a roster, as the Suns did last year, it's hard to keep pace. They ended 6 games back of that final playoff spot, but that all happened after they decided to shake things up.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report? Nice numbers from Lowry.
He's got 8 points, and what a game he's had passing the ball, too.
I love the fact that he plays for his teammates, really spreading the ball around, getting everyone involved.
And so here's Denver. 11-point game. Schroeder kicks to Cousins. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Feeds it to Schroeder. Back to Cousins. Towns with the steal. Here's Fournier. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
Suns leading by 13. And it's Lowry penetrating. And stolen by Cousins. No good. The Suns go the other way with it.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
The shot's good from Fournier.
And they're going to have a hard time climbing back into this game if they continue to defend like that.
The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
A different look for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas, who's checked in for Garnett. And it's a follow in for Caron Butler. Schroeder kicks to Valanciunas. Cousins dishes to Grant. Phoenix grabs the miss.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
To the left wing. Lowry has the open look. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 13 points for Kyle Lowry.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Screen by Cousins. Schroeder. Banked in off the glass.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
The outside leaner. Another one falls for Phoenix.
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
1:37 left in the fourth quarter. For the Phoenix Suns, they come into this one following a loss to Utah.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Suns.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then
they do it again. It worked.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Fournier. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Outside Lowry. Harris, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Thompson. From about 16. And Clark, they've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, I think so. Too cool. I mean, just not forceful enough, not alert or aggressive enough, and sometimes trying to do too much with the basketball.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Valanciunas passes to Schroeder. Rebound by the Suns. So it's the Suns winning easily here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And we send you now over.